Black boy spent his last $15 helping a Hell's Angel. 100 bikers brought a gift that changed the world. Beginning, the last $15. The city of New Aries was a steel jungle built over bones of the old earth, neon skies, hover cars, and digital dust filling every corner. To most, it was a beacon of progress. To Malik Johnson, 17, it was a reminder of how the world had forgotten the poor. He lived with his mother and younger sister, Tasha, in Sector 9, a place where the buildings leaned and the lights flickered more than they shone. Every day, Malik worked at a delivery hub, sorting nanotech packages he could never afford, just to bring home enough for a single meal. His dream was simple, to save enough credits to buy his sister a real education chip, one that could connect her to the virtual schools where rich kids learned. But tonight, he was down to his last 15 credits. Rain hissed against the neon-lit pavement as Malik trudged home, his stomach empty. His mother's voice echoed in his head. Even when you got nothing, boy, you still got kindness. That's the only currency that never runs out. He was passing the corner of Iron Route 66, where the roar of old-style bikes sometimes broke to the hum of hover traffic. That's when he saw it, an old man in a torn leather jacket slumped beside a classic Harley-Davidson Chronoglide, its time core sputtering. No one used petrol bikes anymore, not since fusion cores became a norm, but this one looked ancient, almost sacred. The old man's chest bore the faded insignia of a Hell's Angel, the legendary outlaw biker club that had somehow survived into the 23rd century. His left arm was bleeding badly, cybernetic implants flickering erratically. People passed by without a glance. Malik hesitated, looked at his wristband. 15 credits left, and sighed. Hey, old man, he said, kneeling. You need med gel or a patch? The biker groaned, his mechanical eye dim. Kid, my bike. Time cores burn out. I just need one fusion cell. Cost 15. You got... Malik didn't even let him finish. He tapped his wristband against a nearby auto kiosk and transferred his last 15 credits. A minute later, the kiosk dispensed a small glowing cylinder. Malik plugged it into the bike's power socket. The engine roared to life, an unholy blend of thunder and nostalgia. The old biker sat up straighter, a strange grin forming beneath his scarred beard. You didn't even hesitate. Malik shrugged. Didn't seem right, leaving someone to die in the rain. The biker reached into his jacket and pulled out a metal coin unlike anything Malik had ever seen. It had the angel sigil engraved on one side and a strange holographic code on the other. Take this, boy, he rasped. If you ever need help, show it to any angel. You've earned it. Malik took the coin. It felt warm. Alive, almost. Thanks, but you should keep it. The old man laughed weakly. Don't worry. You'll need it more than me. Then the biker revved his Chronoglide, the thunderous machine fading into the storm. Malik stood there, drenched, broke, and oddly moved. He had no idea that single act of kindness had just set the course of his entire life. Middle, the angel's debt. 3 days later, everything changed. Malik came home from work to find their apartment door blasted open. Smoke, broken glass. His mother and sister, gone. On the floor, a hollow message flickered. A corporate emblem burned across it. Nexigen Industries. Your mother has been detained for illegal access to classified data. Surrender yourself for questioning. Malik's heart sank. His mother was no hacker. She cleaned servers at Nexigen. She must have seen something she wasn't supposed to. He grabbed his backpack and ran. By midnight, drones were sweeping the alleys of Sector 9. Malik ducked behind dumpsters, clutching the strange coin. He needed help, but who? The angels were myths now. Street legends. He didn't even know where to start. Then the coin pulsed with light. A holographic compass flickered above it, pointing toward the industrial outskirts of New Aries, toward the wastelands. Malik hesitated only a second, then followed it. After hours of running through metallic ruins, he reached an old warehouse. Massive steel doors loomed ahead, painted with the winged skull of the Hell's Angels. The coin pulsed again, brighter now. Before he could knock, the doors groaned open. A dozen figures stepped out. Men and women in black leathers, tattoos glowing with embedded nanotech. Their bikes hovered inches off the ground, but they still looked like they came from a bygone age. The leader, a tall woman with silver braids and cybernetic wings, stepped forward. You the kid who helped Reaper? She asked. Malik nodded nervously. Yeah, he gave me this. He held up the coin. Her eyes widened. Get him inside, she said. Now. Inside, the air was thick with oil, smoke, and energy. Biker tech lined the walls. Fusion engines, old world relics, even a few captured Nexigen drones. The woman, who introduced herself as Vega, poured Malik a cup of sin coffee. Reaper was one of our oldest, she said quietly. He passed away the day after you found him. Malik froze. What? She nodded. He knew his systems were failing. Said some kid saved his last ride. and his faith in humanity. He sent us his final ping before he died. Told us to watch for you. Malik clenched his fists. I just helped him. I didn't do anything special. Vega smiled faintly. You will. She listened as Malik explained what happened with Nexogen. His mother's arrest, his sister's abduction, the corporate drones. By the end, her eyes had hardened. Nexogen's been snatching people lately, she muttered. Rumors say they're building something big. Project Ascend. Human neural experiments. Malik's jaw tightened. Then I need your help. Please. Vega stood and snapped her fingers. The entire warehouse came alive. Engines roared, neon lights flared, and 100 bikers emerged from the shadows, armored and armed. You helped one angel, kid, Vega said. Now 100 ride for you. Middle. Continued ride of the angels. Night fell as they prepared. Malik was given a lightweight armor jacket and a helmet with augmented vision. Vega handed him Reaper's Chronoglide, the same bike he'd saved. She's yours now, Vega said. Reaper wanted it that way. The machine purred beneath his hands like a living creature. Malik felt power surge through him, strange and electric. At dawn, the angels rode. The sky split as 100 glowing trails cut across the highway, hoverbikes roaring through the wasteland toward Nexogen Tower. The city's drones picked up the formation instantly. Sirens wailed. Defense turrets activated. Vega's voice echoed through the comms. Ride hard, brothers and sisters. For freedom, for the fallen, and for the kid who remembered what humanity means. Malik felt adrenaline flood his veins as he accelerated. Bullets streaked past, plasma fire illuminating the desert. The angels weaved through the storm, deflecting drone blasts with energy shields. Then Nexogen's fortress came into view, an obsidian tower surrounded by electrified walls and sky sentries. A fortress agreed. Vega barked orders. Half the crew flanked left, deploying EMP grenades. The rest launched magnetic grapplers, scaling the tower walls with roaring defiance. Malik followed Vega through the chaos, his heart pounding. He had never been in a battle, but something about the Chronoglide felt alive. It guided him, dodging fire, countering with plasma bursts. Malik. Vega shouted. Basement level. That's where they're keeping the test subjects. He nodded and dove down a service tunnel, blasting through security gates. The bike's AI voice spoke for the first time, deep and resonant. Welcome, Rider. Reaper's legacy acknowledged. Proceeding with last directive. Protect the boy, and the machine's tyranny. Malik's eyes widened. You can talk. I could do more than talk. The bike's frame shifted, weapons deploying, armor thickening. Together, they crashed into the underground lab. Inside, rows of glass pods lined the room. People trapped inside, wires connecting their brains to a pulsating energy core. And among them, his mother and Tasha. No! Malik ran to them, pounding on the glass. Hang on. Nexogen soldiers stormed in, led by a tall, silver-haired man in a pristine suit. Director Halden, head of Project Ascend. So, Halden sneered. The street rat found his way here, and he brought ghosts from a dead century. Malik glared. Let them go. Halden smirked. You have no idea what we're doing, boy. We're merging humanity with machine. The next step of evolution. Your mother was lucky enough to volunteer. She didn't volunteer. Malik shouted. Semantics, Halden said. And now I think we can use you two. Before he could signal his guards, the ceiling exploded. Vega and the angels descended like metallic gods, bikes hovering and firing. The room became a storm of chaos and light. Malik smashed the glass pods with Reaper's bike-mounted cannon. His mother fell into his arms, weak but alive. Tasha, too, blinking in confusion. Mom, it's me. We're getting out. Malik, she whispered, tears mixing with the blood on her face. They were using us to power something that controls a grid. Above them, the energy core began to spin violently. Halden stumbled back, shouting commands. But the system had gone rogue. Warning, neural overload. Containment breach. The lights went red. Malik turned to Vega. We have to stop it. She nodded grimly. That core is about to wipe half the city. We can't outrun it. Malik gritted his teeth and looked at Reaper's bike. Can you absorb it? Risk level. Catastrophic. But possible. Do it. Vega's eyes widened. Kid, that could kill you. Malik tightened his grip. Then let me make it count. He rode straight into the heart of the collapsing reactor. Energy tendrils lashed at him, ripping through steel and fire. He screamed as the bike systems merged with the core, absorbing the overload. The world went white. Ending. The gift that changed the world. When Malik woke, the war was over. He opened his eyes to sunlight. The angels were around him, their armor scorched. Vega knelt beside him, smiling through tears. You did it, kid, she said softly. The reactor's gone. You saved the city. Malik tried to speak, but his voice cracked. Mom, Tasha, they're safe, Vega said. The others got them out before the blast. He exhaled in relief. Reaper's bike? She looked toward the smoking crater. Gone. But its core, its soul is in you now. Malik frowned. What do you mean? Vega pointed to his wrist. Embedded under his skin was a glowing circuit. The same color as the bike's time core. He could feel it pulsing, syncing with his heartbeat. You're connected to the grid now, Vega said. To the world. You can access systems, tech, data, maybe even change things. That's Reaper's final gift. Malik stared at his hands, electricity dancing between his fingers. So, what do I do now? Vega stood and looked toward the horizon. Whatever you want. The angels will always ride with you. You've earned your wings. Months passed. Nexogen collapsed under public outrage after Malik exposed their experiments using the data he pulled from their network. His mother recovered, and Tasha finally got her education chip, courtesy of the angels, who made sure the girl would never want for anything again. Malik became something of a legend. They called him the Cyber Angel, the boy who turned compassion into revolution. His story spread across the net. How a kid with nothing gave his last 15 credits to help a dying biker, and in return, 100 angels helped him change the world. Sometimes, late at night, Malik would hear the faint rumble of engines in the distance, echoing across the neon skyline. The angels still rode, somewhere beyond the horizon, watching. He'd look at the metal coin, now glowing with a soft blue light, and smile. Guess I really did join the club. Huh, Reaper? And from somewhere deep in the circuitry of his new cybernetic heart, he swore he heard a voice chuckle. Ride free, kid.